It's the calm before the storm in Hong Kong. Alexandra Eala, a rising star from the Philippines, prepares to step onto the court for one of the most significant matches of her young career. Across the net stands Victoria Mboko, a Canadian powerhouse younger than some might expect, but ranked higher and carrying the weight of expectations. The clash of these two athletes is not just a game. It's a story of ambition, talent, and the pursuit of greatness. Alexandra Eala has been on the radar of the tennis world for years, but her rise has been nothing short of extraordinary. From dominating junior tournaments to making history as the first Filipina to break into the WTA Top 100, she has consistently defied expectations. Her journey has been paved with long hours of training, international travel, and an unrelenting drive to improve. Every match, every point, every challenge has been a stepping stone. Fans and analysts alike have marveled at her composure on court, her strategic mind, and her ability to perform under pressure. The 2025 season has been particularly significant for Eala. She's shown flashes of brilliance against top-ranked opponents, often pushing matches to their limits and leaving spectators in awe. Her victories, sometimes narrow, sometimes dominant, have all contributed to a growing reputation. A player who not only has talent, but also the mental fortitude to match. She has learned to convert pressure into focus, setbacks into motivation, and expectations into fuel for her ambition. Tonight, all of that experience culminates in a defining moment. Victoria Mboko is no stranger to pressure either. At just 18 years old, she has already made a name for herself on the WTA Tour. With a higher ranking than Eala, Mboko's game is built on power, precision, and relentless athleticism. Her forehand cuts through the court, her serve can dominate a rally in a single stroke, and she has a tactical intelligence that allows her to adapt to opponents' weaknesses. Analysts have highlighted her consistency under pressure and her ability to seize critical points, making her a formidable opponent in any tournament. For Eala, this is not just another match. It is a test against a player who embodies the kind of challenge that can define a career. The contrast between these two athletes makes this encounter fascinating. Eala, the seasoned underdog with a growing legacy, facing Mboko, the powerful young contender who demands respect through ranking and results. It's a classic scenario. Experience meets youth, strategy meets raw power, the rising star meets the established favorite. The dynamics are complex, and predicting the outcome is far from simple. This is why fans are captivated, analysts are intrigued, and the atmosphere around the match is electric. Preparation for a match like this goes beyond the physical. Eala's coaching team has meticulously studied Mboko's patterns, her preferred angles, and her tendencies under pressure. Every serve, every backhand, every movement is analysed and incorporated into strategy. Eala herself brings an innate understanding of court dynamics, anticipation, and mental toughness. Her ability to stay calm under pressure, to read her opponent, and to make split-second adjustments will be critical. At the same time, Mboko has undoubtedly reviewed Eala's games, noticing her strengths, her adaptability, and the moments where she has overcome challenges. Both players enter the match armed with knowledge, skill, and determination. The stakes extend beyond rankings and points. For Eala, this is a chance to assert herself on a bigger stage, to demonstrate that her previous victories were no fluke, and to reinforce the notion that she belongs among the elite. Every fan watching wants to see her succeed, not just because of the scores, but because of the journey, the years of dedication, the sacrifices, the heartbreaks, and the triumphs that have shaped her career. Every point in this match has meaning, and every rally has the potential to create a defining moment in her career. Statistically, the matchup presents intriguing possibilities. Mboko's serve and forehand are her biggest weapons, likely to test Eala's defensive skills and footwork. Eala's agility, tactical intelligence, and left-handed play give her opportunities to counter and create openings. Analysts predict that rallies could be long, tactical, and physically demanding, with each player trying to impose their style while neutralizing the other's strengths. Eala's ability to vary pace, mix spins, and exploit angles may be crucial, especially against a player like Mboko, who thrives on consistency and power. Mentally, both athletes will be challenged. Eala has shown resilience in previous tight matches, turning potential defeats into victories, demonstrating that she can remain composed under intense pressure. Mboko, while confident and powerful, will need to maintain focus and patience, especially if Eala adapts quickly to her attacks. The psychological battle is just as significant as the physical one. The match will likely swing on moments of nerve, instinct, and split-second decisions. Fans watching the pre-game analysis can already sense the drama that's about to unfold. The narrative surrounding this match is compelling for another reason. It's a symbol of global talent meeting opportunity. Eala's presence on this stage represents the growth of tennis in regions often overlooked in the elite circuits. The Philippines, a country passionate about sports but historically underrepresented in women's tennis at this level, now has a player who is breaking barriers and inspiring a generation. Mboko's rise, on the other hand, reflects the depth of the North American system: disciplined, powerful, and structured. The contrast is stark, and it adds layers to the story beyond the court. For spectators, this match promises not only skill, but emotion. The build-up, the walk onto the court, the warm-up rallies, all these moments carry weight. Commentators, journalists, and fans speculate on strategies, outcomes, and the emotional impact of each point. Will Eala assert herself from the first serve, using her tactical acumen to dictate play? Or will Mboko's sheer power dominate early, forcing Eala to adjust and fight from behind? The uncertainty is what makes sports compelling, and this particular match has the potential to deliver every bit of drama the audience craves. Off the court, Eala's journey has been remarkable. She has represented her country in international competitions, earned junior Grand Slam titles, and trained under rigorous conditions to hone her craft. Each tournament, each match has been part of a broader narrative, one of perseverance, ambition, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Fans and analysts alike follow not just her scores, but her growth, her mental fortitude, and her ability to navigate the pressures of professional tennis. This match against Mboko is another chapter in that story, and its significance cannot be overstated. The pre-match hype extends to social media as well. Clips of past victories, highlights of her best rallies, and interviews build anticipation. Fans from around the world weigh in, making predictions, sharing support, and fueling the excitement. The narrative of a young, talented athlete facing a higher-ranked opponent resonates universally. It's David versus Goliath, skill versus power, preparation versus raw ability. Every fan has their eyes glued to the screen, imagining the rallies, the tension, the celebrations, and the heartbreaks that could unfold. Coaching strategies, previous encounters, and playing styles all converge into the mental visualization that both players engage in before stepping onto the court. Eala's team has emphasized patience, shot selection, and exploiting moments where Mboko might overcommit. Meanwhile, Mboko's preparation likely focuses on maintaining pressure, dictating rallies, and minimizing errors. For viewers, understanding these dynamics adds a layer of richness. Every serve, every return, every tactical decision carries meaning before the first point is even played. There's also the broader context of the WTA Hong Kong Open. Each round is a step closer to ranking points, prestige, and recognition. For Eala, A victory here could open doors to higher-tier tournaments, sponsorships, and greater international attention. For Mboko, maintaining dominance affirms her status as a rising star, a player to watch, and someone capable of competing consistently at the top. The match, therefore, is not just a contest, it is a microcosm of career trajectories, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of excellence that defines professional sports. As the clock ticks closer to the first serve, the anticipation builds. Fans in the stadium, those watching online, and commentators preparing their analysis all feel the weight of what is about to unfold. The players themselves are focused, stretching, warming up, visualizing each point, each rally, each potential scenario. Everything is in place for a match that could define careers, inspire nations, and remind the world why tennis is a sport of not just skill, but heart. This match between Alexandra Eala and Victoria Mboko is more than just a contest of points. It is the convergence of stories, preparation, and talent. It's about proving oneself under pressure, about ambition meeting opportunity, about the moments that turn athletes into legends. And while the outcome is unknown, the drama, skill, and emotion are guaranteed. Fans, analysts, and commentators alike know one thing for certain. When these two step onto the court, every rally, every serve, every point matters. The match promises excitement, tension, and moments that will be talked about for weeks to come. Alexandra Eala has already captured the imagination of fans worldwide, and tonight she faces a defining test. Victoria Mboko brings her power, skill, and determination. Together, they are set to create a spectacle, one that will inspire, amaze, and remind everyone why tennis is not just a game, but a story told through courage, effort, and heart. The stage is set, the players are ready, the crowd is waiting, and soon the first serve will signal the start of what could be one of the most thrilling matches of the season. Alexandra Eala versus Victoria Mboko is more than a game. It's a narrative of dreams, talent, and the pursuit of glory. Every eye will be on them, every heart will beat faster, and every fan will witness history in the making.